Kallang Airport was the first civilian airport in Singapore located about 2 kilometers from the city. Operated in just 18 years, the location of Kallang Airport by the sea and the city makes the airport the finest in the British Empire. Why was Kallang chosen as the first civilian airport? Why was the airport shut down? And what happened to the former airport nowadays? Let's take a walk from Geylang to National Stadium and understand of the history of an area that once upon a time the first international airport in Singapore. The first civilian flight landed in British Royal Air Force RAF Seletar in the year 1930, which is the location of Seletar Airport that is still in operation today. Seletar Aerodrome is located far from the city up in the northeast of the island, and until 1971, it was also the military air base. A civilian-only airport was proposed to relieve the air traffic in Seletar, increase the passenger capacity and relocate it closer to the city. Thus, Kallang has been chosen as the most suitable site to replace Seletar as the main airport in Singapore, and the construction began in 1931. Kallang Basin, located 2 kilometers east of the city, is chosen as the first international airport location due to its nearness to the city and its ability to accommodate both aeroplanes and seaplanes. Mangrove areas of Kallang Basin were cleared, the fishermen moved to Eunos, and the mangrove swamp was reclaimed to build a sturdy aerodrome. Yes people, reclamation is a thing in Singapore since the early 20th century. The terminal was designed with Art Deco style by Frank Dorrington Ward, the Chief Architect of Public Works Department, who also designed former Supreme Court in front of Padang, today's National Gallery. With a cost of $9 million Straits Settlement dollars, Kallang Airport was officially opened on 12th of June 1937 and officially known as Singapore International Airport. The first airport that used the name, but is that Singapore is too small to have a domestic flight? Before the independence of Malaya in 1957, the whole Malaya and Singapore were under British rule. Identity card or IC was sufficient for travel. Even in the time between the independence of Malaya and after separation of Singapore from Malaysia in 1965, IC was enough as a proof of identity to travel between two countries. IC was no longer accepted after the 1st of January 1967, and all travellers must present a passport to cross the strait, land or air. Therefore, there were domestic flights between Singapore and Malayan cities before 1965. Back to Kallang. Arriving at Kallang Airport, the visitors will be greeted with an opulent gate decorated with an embossed plate of colonial emblem of Singapore. The gate located at the airport entrance in front of Geylang Road. Surrounded by the greenery and why are you running? Why are you running? The terminal building is the centerpiece of the Kallang Airport with its iconic control tower and the viewing galleries. Unlike today, early airports had a landing circle to allow the aeroplanes to land or take off from any angle depending on the wind direction. Because circle has unlimited angle. During the Japanese occupation in the midst of World War II, a runway was built in the middle of the landing circle. The runway was rebuilt and extended across Mountbatten Road years after the war ended. Nearness to the city turned to be its primary reason to be closed and replaced with another airport. Turboprop aeroplanes slowly replaced by jet aeroplanes, as the jet aeroplanes could fly further and faster with more passengers and cargo capacity. Bigger aeroplanes caused increasing noise pollution and air pollution to the surrounding areas, causing the dismay to the local residents. Furthermore, the flight passed by the city limits, the height of the building that can be built in an increasingly dense city. After the extension of the runway beyond the original landing circle across Mountbatten Road, Kallang Airport has no more space to grow. As a result, the airport needs a longer runway to accommodate the modern aeroplanes fit for the second half of the 20th century. Therefore, Paya Lebar Airport replaced Kallang Airport in 1955 as the new Singapore International Airport. Again, the increasing number of passengers, in addition to noise, air pollution and building height limit due to more airplanes in Paya Lebar, caused the airport to be moved for the second time. As a result, the civilian airport moved again from Paya Lebar to Changi in the year 1981. I talk about the reason why Changi Airport replaced Paya Lebar as the main airport in Singapore and why the airport does not inherit the name Singapore International Airport. To watch this video, the link will be flying high above here. Today, Changi Airport took the role as one of the best airports in the world and inherit the attributes of Kallang Airport in our time. After the closure of Kallang Airport, the aerodrome was converted into a recreational space called Kallang Park in 1959. Nicol Highway was built on the former airport site, providing faster drive from the city to Geylang to the east. Merdeka Bridge opened in 1956 as part of Nicol Highway, a commemoration of Singapore's pursuit of self-government from the British colonials. National Stadium was built on the former landing circle and opened in 1973 and demolished to build a new National Stadium, the current stadium. Between 1955 and 1960, the airport was transferred to Singapore Youth Sports Council. On 18th of March 1956, a Merdeka rally was held in former Kallang Airport to welcome the British delegation to discuss the self-government negotiations. However, there was a left-leaning group inside riot during the mass and caused the failure of the first self-government negotiations. Between 1960 until 2009, the former terminal building was the headquarters of People's Association, a government-led community movement that managed grassroots organizations. Before People's Association moved to a new building in Lavender in the year 2009, the former terminal was gazetted as National Heritage in the year 2008. The terminal building occasionally opened to the public as a temporary art gallery and currently awaiting for the future development. Meanwhile, the ornate airport gate remained at its original place, and its well-kept look suggested that the gate has been restored. The legacy of Kallang Airport appeared on the road sign as well. Several roads in the vicinity of former Kallang Airport were named after the airport, such as Kallang Airport Way, Kallang Airport Drive and Old Terminal Lane. Old Airport Road is the road where former Kallang Airport runway used to exist, the road that gives its name to Old Airport Road Food Centre. The road linked two ends of Dakota Crescent, named after Dakota aeroplane crash on the 29th of June 1947, killed 20 police officers that crashed on its vicinity. That is how Dakota MRT station got its name, named after Dakota Crescent that's named after Dakota aeroplane. Thus, the terminal building and the roads are what remain as the tangible memories of Kallang Airport. A few tangible memories to remember the first Singapore International Airport. If you want to visit the former Kallang Airport, the location is between Kallang MRT station and National Stadium. The terminal and airport buildings are visible outside the fence, but it is off limit to the general public at the moment. The airport gate is located in an open area between Geylang Road and Kallang Airport Way. The area is open to the public and can be visited at all times. Thank you so much for watching. I hope we learned something new about Kallang Airport as the first civilian airport in Singapore. Thank you so much for watching again and see you in the next video.